Hey, this is the Schmoopy from 64-Bit Heroes.
And I'm Silver Beretta from Neostorm Gaming.
He's going to be guest starring on my channel right now, and we're going to be doing a in-depth conversation about the super teaser trailer that Square Enix released at E3, which is Kingdom Hearts 3.
Now, we're both big fans of this series, so we thought this would be something kind of fun to do between the two of us, and also maybe make a few guesses to see if they come true in the actual game.
Now, I don't think that it's fair that their intro to this super teaser trailer is not even Kingdom Hearts 3 yet, but, you know, that's just me, I guess, for all those people that were like, yay!
It's the build of excitement, because you know what's going to happen after it's all done.
That's true. Alright, so let's stop it right here, real quick. Okay, so this is, of course, everyone knows this. If you're a Kingdom Hearts fan, this is Destiny Islands.
Very iconic.
The only thing that's different about it that, well, it looks different is the graphics. They've messed with this between the first and second, and it looks like they're kind of going back from the first graphics, where it kind of looks more cartoony a little bit.
I would definitely say that's an homage to the Disney style. They want to get more sort of cel-shaded-esque style, toon shade style. But the colors are a lot more vibrant, I think.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. They're very, they're like in your face. They're popping out, and you know, so you're like, you can notice like that the sea is very, very blue, and as well as the sky, and the trees are very green. It's very nice the way they did all these graphics.
I wouldn't even say that anything looks particularly more detailed.
Yeah.
Almost like, except for like Sora's hair, that looks more detailed. But besides that, it looks just more rounded and defined. And so I think I actually think it's probably a good idea, because it sort of still keeps in the spirit of the previous, you know, the old generations of what they look like, but updating it to a modern console.
Right. So let's continue with this. Alright. So this is another big thing for you guys that don't know what this Keyblade is. So stop it right here. Alright, you explain a little bit.
Well, this is Master Ericus's Keyblade from Birth by Sleep. That is the master of the three protagonists of that game. And it's a little bit different because his is completely black and white. It's monochrome. But this has a bit of purple on it. I don't know if that's significant in any way. Maybe it's different from like the Kingdom Key and Mickey's Key, like maybe in that kind of relationship. It's just to show that, but also because showing here, Sora picks it up. Maybe it's a completely different thing entirely.
Right. That could be the case.
But more than anything, it's probably just the imagery.
Yeah, maybe maybe since they changed the graphics around a little, maybe they're trying to go more.
Well,
with
not
the
just that,
Keyblade.
but this is probably significant in some way as far as like the storyline goes or something.
Right. All right. So let's continue a little bit. All right. So as you guys can notice, stop right here. All right. So Sora is keeping his outfit from the second one. Even, you know, so in Dream Drop Distance, he still had his outfit in the very beginning
when they were out of Dream Worlds.
Yeah. And it also looks like his face is the colors they use.
It's a little rounder, actually, I think.
It's more interesting that the colors they use, it kind of makes the characters seem, like you said, more cartoony,
right,
and more well-rounded and everything.
This also may be sort of an indication of where they're going to go as far as Disney's tie-ins go, because I know in the handheld games there's been much less of an emphasis on Disney.
Right.
There's been a lot more of their original stuff, some of their Final Fantasy stuff, and so I think, just maybe, don't quote me on this, but this might be an indication of maybe a return to the emphasis on Disney.
Yeah.
And because, you know, in the Kingdom Hearts 1,
there was so much Disney.
A lot of Disney.
Yeah,
the whole Disney was tied to the storyline. And I think because in this one, the storyline has got to involve the Seven Princesses of Heart again, that also would tie in Disney more directly into the story, and therefore they want to get it more of a Disney feel to it.
Right.
Continuing.
His eyes are just super blue.
And swimming them, man.
Alright, there's nothing really special about this, stop real quick, except for it looks like they used about like the same exact font that they did in the second one.
Right, a bit of a sort of a trivia-esque thing is that in every single different Kingdom Hearts game, when you look at the logo, the font that says Kingdom Hearts is just a little bit different each time, so... But this looks exactly like it was ripped straight from Kingdom Hearts 2, which I kind of ties into something we're going to say later.
Yeah, and it also, like, even the whole 3 in the middle of the heart, it looks like they just separated those two and added one more streak. But
I'm sure there'll be a more defined one as they go along.
So,
I don't think they're just going to do a completely gray one that's kind of boring, honestly. Even though... No, even Kingdom Hearts 2 had sort of blue aspect to it, so we'll see how this logo evolves. moving on. See the...
Okay, so stop it real quick. Okay, so Heartless are returning, it looks like. But a major thing is... There's actually a lot of major things that are happening right now. Do you want to...
Well, as far as Heartless returning, I'm not... They'll probably be in the story at some point. You'll probably fight them at some point,
Right.
but I don't know if they'll be the main enemy, personally.
No.
Because just as far as Heartless go, it's... How did I explain this? Because this is a new game, they've had a new enemy type in every major game. Even
Right.
Birth by Sleep, which is considered sort of a Kingdom Hearts 0,
Yeah.
they had the Unburst.
Yeah.
And then Kingdom Hearts 3D, which is like 2.5, I guess you could say, a real 2.5, they had the Dream Eaters.
Yes.
And so, and also, because this is the very first trailer, the reveal trailer, most other, like the original Dream Drop Distance trailer, was not very indicative as far as enemy types and so went. Now this is probably actual gameplay. I doubt it's CG'd.
Yeah.
Because it has the whole HUD and and all that stuff. But I don't know how big a part the Heartless will have to play, even despite this, because it's been so misleading in previous trailers.
And it could, there could just be 3 main enemy types. You could be fighting Heartless, Nobody's, and then something else.
Yeah.
I doubt they're going to bring back, like, Dream Eaters and stuff. That
Oh,
would
yeah, that
make
would
any
make
sense. But, alright, moving on to the HUDs. So, in the handheld versions, they did have something different. Here, wait, pause it real quick right before this part. In the handhelds, they had the command deck and all sorts of different variations.
Right.
But with this, they can't really do that.
It's another numbered entry, and so they probably want to bring it back more to the roots of the battle system. So,
Right.
in particular, the command menu is literally looked like it's ripped straight from the first game, besides all the remastering of the graphics and stuff.
Right.
But it still has the attack, magic, and item commands. And then it has the variable command from the first game, which before they used reaction commands to simplify opening chests and two and such. They had this fourth option which changed depending on what you were doing. And that looks like it's what happened here. Either that or this is before you unlock drive, as emphasis by the EX meter, which I think that was the Japanese drive meter in...
Sadly, I can't read Japanese, but yeah, it looks like they're bringing back magic. So
the magic meter,
yeah, the magic meter as well as drive, and also they are bringing back Goofy and Donald. It looks like they have him right next to Sora, even though they're not running with him. I mean, I don't think that this is actual, like, you would be fighting this way. I don't think this is a fighting style.
It's very cinematic, even for Kingdom Hearts, as far as this goes. It's a little...
I think this is going to be like reaction time, where you like have to hit triangle or X.
Oh, I don't think it's going to be bad.
You don't think so?
No, I think this is more just an event-style thing where the camera moves until you get to the actual battle sequence of a head.
Right.
So watch, see, Sora jumps off, and finally...
He rides the Heartless, and then he starts to face them right here.
See, that's actually was controlling running, you can tell just by how the perspective is.
Yeah.
So, another thing is that this is a very early build. It's easily told because... First of all, the HUD's sort of simplify. There isn't a whole lot of special things going on with it.
Right.
There's also the running animation, as we'll replay here. It is ripped pretty much directly from Kingdom Hearts 2, so they definitely ported some assets here.
And I think what they're doing is Kingdom Hearts fans have been waiting forever. If you're not like a super Kingdom Hearts fan like me and Silver Beretta, like where we played the handheld games as well, but you still love the console games. They've been waiting forever from Kingdom Hearts 2 until now, so they're like... I think what they were doing for E3 is they just wanted to show that they are indeed working on this, and they, as it says, now in development.
Right.
I don't think that'll be out this year. Definitely not for 2013. It's not
of course.
2013 title.
Another very interesting thing that I was pointing out to is that in this now in development screen, this ending screen, usually you would see some sort of, if it was exclusive to PS4, it would say PlayStation 4, the PS4 logo on the bottom.
Or, yeah, like Wii U or,
and they would
like that.
most likely announce that it was exclusive, but as far as I know, that didn't actually happen in the conference.
No, even though it was for Sony, like it was at the Sony conference, it's still, like, they still did Assassin's Creed, which was, that's not an exclusive. So, as far as this goes, since Square Enix and Sony go, like, hand in hand...
Now they do.
Well, yeah, but I think since Square Enix has also been working with 3DS and Nintendo, I think they might actually release this as a Wii U title.
It's not entirely possible, but it is somewhat probable because, like you said, the very strong business relationship, and I personally, just because I like Nintendo, I kind of hope this would be it too. But it's also due to the cell shading and all that. I think it wouldn't be as graphically intensive or CPU intensive as, say, like Final Fantasy Versus 13 on PS4 or something like that.
Right.
So it's very possible that they could port this to Wii U in the future or along with the release.
But I doubt, since Xbox, I don't think it'll come out for the Xbox
One, I don't think so either, just because they haven't had any sort of really working relationship. They had the Final Fantasy 13 thing where they got the game, but it was split up in 3 discs. They didn't have the high-capacity Blu-ray, so that was kind of a knock to them.
Yeah, so I don't know if this will be coming out for Xbox One, but it could possibly be a PS4, PS3, definitely PS4 and PS3. That is a definite, because why would they show it at the Sony conference?
Maybe PS3 also, but PS4 definitely, this is what this would be. Another thing...
Maybe PS2, keep your fingers crossed.
Yeah, right. As far as everything else goes, I think that's all we had to talk about.
Right. So if you want to know, if you want us to do any more analyzed trailers, just hit that subscribe button and yell at us in the comment section below. And,
Schmoofy is in love with Watch Dogs, you might as well freaking do that.
Yeah, dude, we'll do analyzed Watch Dogs if you want. So just comment below.
It's gonna suck.
We're gonna be awesome.
So, check out our other videos. Go check out my channel, Neostorm Gaming, if you haven't. And we'll see you some other time.